Introduction: the pain of blind loyalty. Have you ever experienced that sudden, sharp clarity? The realization that the person you cared for deeply never saw you as a partner, but only as a resource? It's a brutal, foundational shock. You replay memories, conversations, and moments you thought were real, only to see the hidden pattern. You were an option, a placeholder, a convenience, not a commitment. This realization is devastating because, for men of good character, loyalty and effort are given completely. We give from instinct, not calculation. And manipulative people exploit this openness. They know exactly how to use sweet words and manufactured vulnerability to keep you invested, yet distant enough to never offer certainty. Today, we are going to face this truth using the timeless wisdom of Stoic philosophy. We will dismantle the psychological patterns she used to keep you hooked and reveal the signs you were too blinded by hope to see. This won't just sting, it will liberate you. Once you understand the mechanics of this exploitation, you will never confuse attention with intention again. Here are the 9 signs she was using you, explained deeply. Part 1. The 9 signs of manipulation. Sign 1. The convenience contact. She only appeared when she needed something. This is the foundational pattern of a user. Think back. Did her messages arrive only when she had a practical need? A ride, help moving, fixing a technical issue, or, most commonly, intense emotional support after a fight with another man? Deep explanation. A genuinely interested woman builds a connection through shared experiences and mutual support. A woman using you treats you like an on-demand service. The moment you needed support, she was busy, sick, or overwhelmed. Your relationship was a one-way highway straight into your generosity. Stoic principle: the value of anything is the value you assign to it. You assigned her too much value. She assigned you none beyond the utility you provided. You were a battery pack she plugged into, draining your energy, not building a bond. Sign 2. The affection withdrawal. Her interest dropped the moment you set boundaries. Manipulative people only appreciate the version of you they can control. The true test of her intentions wasn't when you gave, but when you said no. Deep explanation. Recall the first time you requested clarity, set a standard, or simply couldn't drop everything to help her. How quickly did her warmth vanish? One moment she was sweet, the next she was cold, distant, or confused about what she wanted. That wasn't confusion, that was withdrawal. Your boundary disrupted the benefits she was accustomed to receiving. When she felt entitled to your effort, time, or emotional presence, she wasn't loving you. She was consuming you. Stoic principle. People reveal their truth when they can no longer use you. Your setting a boundary forced her to choose between the relationship and her advantage. Her choice revealed her true priority. Sign 3. Emotional extraction. You always felt drained, not empowered. A healthy connection should lift you, making you feel confident, inspired, and whole. A toxic, exploitative connection does the opposite. Deep explanation. A woman who uses you needs you to be the version of yourself that is easiest to control, exhausted, confused, and hopeful for a future that will never materialize. Ask yourself, did you leave her feeling grounded, or did you leave feeling emotionally extracted, overthinking, anxious, and worried about whether you were enough? This constant sense of inadequacy is not love. It's a byproduct of emotional manipulation designed to keep you seeking her approval. Stoic principle. Your emotions are messages, not weaknesses. The feeling of being drained was your intuition delivering the truth that your mind refused to accept. You were giving, and she was only taking. Sign 4. Psychological hooks. She only complimented you when she needed you back. The user's affection is rarely spontaneous. It's strategic. If she could be cold for days but suddenly become sweet, complimentary, and affectionate, it was likely calculated. Deep explanation. Phrases like, "You're the only one I can trust," or "You're so different from other guys," are often not genuine compliments. They are emotional pressure points designed to remind you that you are her backup plan, her trusted, supportive source, and to pull you back into compliance. She wasn't building connection. She was giving you crumbs of affection to reset the relationship when you started drifting away. Stoic principle. This is the illusion of return. She offered tiny rewards to keep you hopeful and prevent you from walking away. Those compliments were not affection. They were calculated psychological hooks. Sign 5. The unpredictable reward. You always chased. She always pulled away. A woman who uses you will deliberately keep you chasing because the moment you stop chasing, she loses access to your effort. Deep explanation. This is the distance and return cycle. She pulls away, you panic, apologize, try harder, and shower her with effort. Then she returns, but only enough to keep you hooked, never enough to commit. This inconsistency is a classic manipulative tactic. Inconsistent affection causes your brain to chase the high of consistency, the same mechanism used in gambling. Stoic principle. This is the trap of desire. You weren't chasing her. You were chasing the stable, committed version of her she pretended to be. By deliberately making her affection unpredictable, she held all the power, the advantage play, endless expectations, but zero accountability. The relationship had an unwritten list of all the things you should do, provide, and be available for. But when you asked for basic reciprocity, consistency, respect, honesty, she became defensive. Deep explanation. A user hates accountability because accountability exposes intention. She wasn't seeking equality. She was seeking advantage. If you mentioned feeling unappreciated, she made you feel needy or insecure. If you wanted clarity, she flipped it on you. She expected you to cross the entire emotional and physical distance alone while she simply waited to receive. Stoic principle. Do not expect fairness from someone who benefits from your confusion. She benefited every time you doubted your own perspective and accepted her refusal to meet you halfway. Sign 7. Weaponized insecurity. She compared you to other men to control you. This is one of the most toxic signs. If she ever implied things like, "My ex did this for me," or "other guys treat their girlfriends better," she wasn't trying to help you grow. Deep explanation. Comparison is a manipulation tactic used to activate your deep-seated fear of losing her, forcing you to compete for her attention and approval. She knew which words would trigger your insecurity, making you increase your compliance and effort. A woman who truly values you would never use another man as a measuring stick. Only a woman who sees you as a tool does that. Stoic principle. Comparison kills self-respect. The moment you allowed her to compare you to others, you lost the grounding of your own identity and gave her permission to define your value. Sign 8. The moment of truth. She disappeared the moment you needed her. You discover who someone is not during your strength, but during your struggle. Deep explanation. Think back to a moment when you were genuinely struggling, financial pressure, family issues, or career stress. Where was she? Did she stay present, check on you, and offer support, or did she suddenly vanish? Users only stay when life is convenient. The moment you stopped being a provider of advantages and became someone who needed support, you stopped being relevant. Stoic principle. This is not love, it is opportunism. She wasn't with the man. She was with the advantages the man provided. She didn't leave because you were weak. She left because she couldn't use a man who was temporarily unable to serve her needs. Sign 9. Emotional limbo. Deep down, she never saw a future with you. This is the ultimate, heartbreaking realization. She never intended to build a future. She was simply avoiding loneliness and seeking comfort. Deep explanation. She kept you perfectly positioned in emotional limbo, not close enough to be her committed boyfriend, but not far enough to lose access to you. She mastered the art of being vague, conveniently uncertain, or still healing whenever commitment was mentioned. She was never building something real with you. She was maintaining a benefit. Every maybe someday, she whispered, was just emotional fuel to keep you on standby until someone she actually wanted came along. Stoic principle. Attachment blinds a man to reality. You weren't seeing her. You were seeing your hopes projected onto her. She found someone else and dropped you instantly, not because you weren't enough, but because for her, you were simply the expiration of a convenience. Conclusion: the awakening and the path forward. The truth is, she didn't use you because you were weak. She used you because you were good. Good, genuine, and loyal men are the easiest to exploit because they give freely and hold on to potential like it's a promise. However, recognizing this painful truth is not an ending. It is a powerful awakening, the Stoic revelation. A man must guard his heart with the same discipline he guards his body. You never lacked strength. You lacked boundaries and self-protection. Your kindness was not the flaw. The flaw was giving those qualities to someone who only saw them as tools. You didn't lose her. You lost someone who was blocking the right woman from entering your life. You weren't rejected. You were redirected toward a better path. The man you are becoming, the man who has faced this truth, set firm standards, and understands his worth, is untouchable, unmanipulable, and unusable. The next time you meet someone, you won't fall for sweet words or be trapped by inconsistency. You will see her intentions clearly, and you will understand when a woman truly wants you and when she only wants what you provide. You didn't just walk away from her. You evolved past her. Now, you are walking into a future where your value will be recognized, your love will be returned, and your presence will be cherished. You are no longer the man she used. You are the man she will regret losing.